Hello. So this is Democrat voters. If you're just like me, you should be thinking of what's going on recently when it comes to burning down other people's properties, Tesla, for example. All of us should want to live in a safe city, and you wouldn't want to have your cars get burned down, your homes get burned down, your job get burned down. You have ability to make money from your jobs. If your job get burned down, you won't be able to do that, take care of yourself, your family. If your car get burned down, you won't be able to have ability to get to work and get your family to groceries and all this stuff. And it doesn't make any sense to go out and burn down people's properties if you have a mental acuteness, if you can understand the grasp of freedom, where political disagreement, even you can disagree with your fathers, with your sisters, with your brothers, but you don't go down and burn down their houses or burn down their properties. They won't do that to you as well. Disagreement is like disagreement comes as a form of a love. You love them so much, and you disagree. You think your idea is better, so you think your idea would make the lives of your families and your country and your city, your state better, and then the idea of the other people. Be that as may, at the end of the day, like right now, this makes all this burning down cars, people who pushing you to do this, they're making mockery, they're making fun of an idea of being a Democrat. Democracy is supposed to be a platform, a program where people have different ideas, and how that idea is being chosen is through elections, not through violence. You don't never go outside. If one is it gets to the point of violence, they already lost the moral high ground. One thing you gotta also know, that right from wrong, something being right, something being wrong is a moral value that can never be changed. It doesn't matter which political parties that you are, as long as you don't have any kind of mental illnesses, that you can think clearly, and you study, you have some sort of education. For example, going outside and killing somebody because you disagree with their ideas, it doesn't make any. It will never be right. Committing killing, unless it never be right. Okay, burning properties could never be a right thing to do. The killing would only be permissible if that person is physically trying to come and kill you. Self-defense. So where is the self-defense? Killing, burning down your brother's cars on the public spaces. This itself alone shows you that Democrat Party rule. They control the population through violence. Here's what's going to happen if you disagree with our policies, with our way of governing things. Your house will get burned down if you disagree with us, and your business will get burned down. This will drive people away, never want to be associated with this. Democrat Party will become something shameful. something to not be associated with. And when it comes to crimes, Democrat talk about crimes. But what do you expect happens if you don't enforce, if you don't put away, if you don't take criminals, people who are going around, robberies, carjacking, home invasions, killing, rapes, take all these people, put them in prison, and then you have a clean, law-abiding society. And then everybody else who live in this, even those who are criminal mind, will see the consequences of, hey, if I go around committing home invasions, robberies, rape, killing people, burning properties, if I do this, there will be heavy consequences. Then the crime will disappear. This is what the Democrat has always been against. They talk too much about, oh, we are against criminals, but when it comes to the enforcement, they always stand in the way. Stand in the way in a way that they elected the judges, the Democrat judges, fill all the courts with the Democrat judges. Every state court, district court, federal court, appeal courts, even the Supreme Court, they fill all of those courts with Democrat judges. People that are, their idea aligns with Democrat. Democrats have become like a religion now, like a cult, like that. So they do this, and then they take your taxpayers' money, and give it to all these NGOs as well. Remember, all this tax, the tax is always going up. You pay taxes, property taxes, sale taxes, payroll taxes. Everything you buy something, and you go outside, get a coffee, and the price, there's like 18 cents you pay on a cup of coffee. And all this tax money that you pay, it doesn't help lower the crimes. It doesn't bring jobs to your city, to your state. It's not making your road, public road, better. Because the road in any Democrat-run cities and town, and the road is terrible. The crime is extremely out of control. You park your car outside on a public road. Your window get broken into. Crime is extremely high. And then also the cost of housing is really high. So none of the money that you pay in taxes is going back to help you to benefit your city, your family, your state. What I found out a couple of days ago is that over $100 billion goes to every year, goes to foreign country to pay, foreign country, university and college. It funds those countries, 200 countries, over $100 billion goes to foreign country. Why can that money be given to your family here to bring more jobs to your city, more companies to your city, support existing companies to get bigger and hire more people? Think about that. You get robbed from your tax dollar, and your tax goes outside. And beside the USA, that was they get $50 billion budget every year, and it turned out that most of those money goes to terrorist organizations like Hamas, I don't know, a lot of the Democrats seem to Congress, the Democrats seem to support Hamas in very large numbers. 14 Congress women and gay men signed a letter in Congress a couple of days ago in support of the terrorist Hamas in America, who is raising up the people on universities in an effort to occupy, to take over the universities completely, and then make it all the education institution, university, college, public spaces, even going to public road, close down everything, to make America ungovernable. And at the end of the day, also, this group takes over and occupies the American land and as an occupying force. This is not just a protest. They say death to America. They're attacking the people, student, police, destroying properties, public and private. None of them are being arrested for any of those crimes, especially in New York and in a big city. All the New York police, they stop arresting these people completely. And the one that get arrested, they get arrested and charged with disorderly conduct for the purpose of avoiding criminal convictions, so that these people don't get thrown out of the United States. Because a lot of these agitators, a lot of these Hamas are in America on visas, student visas. They are in America on green card, and they're not being charged. I mean, it doesn't matter what your immigration status is. If you're a citizen, if you're committing those crimes, assault on the public and student, destruction of properties, assault on the police officers, closing down the road, public road, all of those are criminal. A lot of it is felony charges. The New York police is complicit with the Hamas terrorists. They're complicit because a lot of the New York police, I hear this on Twitter, over 3,000 New York police officers are Hamas. I kid you not. They are Hamas, Muslim terrorists, join the police officers, because that's where in a lot of American society, they wash up the police. They wash up the police. So the best way for them to get respected, and at the same time coordinate attack on America, is through the police. They share the information of what the police is planning to do with the Hamas protesters, and then they also convince their colleague, their boss, and not to charge these people with crimes. They make it seem like this is a protest like 1960s. This is a student freedom protesting for freedom, and this is a matter of freedom of speech. Not only that, IOC, what they call Islamic organization, or there are over 20,000 organizations, NGOs in the United States that have a 501 status, non-private organization status. They get funding. They apply for government grant, government assistance. They get hundreds of billions of dollars to their side, the taxpayers, your money, whatever money you pay in taxes, everybody does. And they take that money, use it to defend the destruction that is going on in the United States. All these students, whatever is going on, whether the student is committing actual terrorist attacks. Remember the guy that was in that blow up and kill thousands of people in a terrorist attack during the marathons? Who do you think who should defend in that? These same organizations, they are shamefully defending these terrorists, and with the judges in place. Remember, all these judges, all this court, all these things that you see on the news about these judges keeping the terrorists in the United States, and or Democrat judges. So the problem with Democrat, they have joined with the foreign the foreign countries that are their aim is to destroy the United States completely. The residue left over from the Soviet wars, the communists, their goal is destruction of the United States. They still have that mentality from Soviet. Join that with the Antifas, join that with some of these people that have grievances to see the America who they really hate, and want to see and walk on the ashes, on the destruction of the United States. And this is kind of what is happening. So, with all this going on, the Democrat Party really is not, it doesn't seem like the party that want to preserve the United States the way it is. Just within the last 4 years, they managed to bring into the United States close to 40 million people in this country, just within the last 4 to 5 years. Heavily, they fly people in from overseas, renting a private planes, private jet, open borders, issuing the asylum citizenship right at the border, instead of people applying for asylum, going through the court process to actually qualify for asylum. They issue it right at the borders. They put thousands of immigration officers at the border handing out. This is a problem, because what's going to happen is a lot of these minority groups that benefit from the United States, like African American group, they're going to lose to the immigrant. Look what happened to Syria. If you look at Syria a couple of weeks ago, over 7,000 Syrians got killed in one night. 7,000 of them got killed in one night. This have been going on for the last 100 generations. They bringing in the same people that doing that every day, doing that throughout the Middle East into United States. They already started. As you can see, all this occupation, taking over of American lands, universities. Their plan is eventually to take over all the American factions. Stop the manufacturing, stop the shopping, where people go out and buy stuff, wherever people go and buy food productions, airplanes. They want to shut it down, and nothing is going to happen, because they know nothing's going to happen. They have the judges, the police. All they do is they bring them in the front of the judges. That is their judge, the Democrat judges they have already in place. The judge will release them. They go back into the same space, protesting and destroying. They're attacking the police. Imagine what they will do to regular citizens. This is not about being strong. There are a mob of people. There's like 5,000 people attacking one person. You don't have a chance. And at the same time, United States Democrat is taking away your ability to defend yourself. They make it very difficult for you to buy any weapons, even if you have zero criminal records. What's coming to this country is extremely terrible. If you look at Germany, in Germany, there is over 2,000 terrorist attacks every month. 2,000 terrorist attacks every month. You know who is and the people that they bring it in, they did exactly what the United States is doing in the last 4 years. Germany started doing that about 10 years ago, 10 to 15 years ago, and they finally receiving the benefit of the destruction that they have imported upon themselves. It's like you import a disease and then you let it grow, eventually it will kill you. And that's exactly what's happening. So the Democrat Party is really a terrible for the United States. And still, all they're doing is lying to the people about what is not happening. And then accuses the other party, the Republican Party, of what the Democrat is doing. Democrat is taking away your freedom, your democracy, and by attacking you over a mere disagreement. If you disagree, we'll kill you, we'll destroy you, we'll burn your houses, we'll burn your car, we'll drive you from your job. This is what the Democrat is doing. The Republican, on the other hand, is trying to get rid of the criminals, the crimes, protect the people that are not committing crimes, bring in more jobs into the city, and cut the budget. For example, Department of Education. Department of Education is not educating anybody. They don't hire students. They don't educate one student, because this is a department that have nothing to do with educating. They're just a budget department. All they do is give the money to these schools, some of the money. Most of the state, the 50 states, get no more than like 10% from the Department of Education. Yet the Department of Education have over 100,000 employees. They sit in the office, and if there is a complaint coming from this school, from that school, they just talk on the phone, and that's all they do. They're not educating anybody. They don't hire one teachers. They don't hire any educators whatsoever. Yet you have 100,000 people that are making over $100,000 taxpayer money a year. This money is going down the drain. This money should be in the school, invested in the actual student, in the actual teachers. The problem is that teacher union is holding the teachers like slaves, because teachers can only go through the teacher union to get jobs. And so the teacher unions controls the budget and the money that goes into how much the teachers get paid. And I think that the teacher union should not exist, because the problem is they're not doing anything good for the teachers. Teacher union destroy the education of what the student is actually getting by teaching students, by going away from the traditional educations. Instead of the actual educations, they bring in politics into the classrooms. You're a racist student, they basically teach each student the privilege of the race of each student, which is create tensions, create problems that doesn't exist. A student, young people, they come in to learn, and instead of creating this problem, creating issues that doesn't need to be in the classroom. This is what the Democrat is supporting, and the Department of Education provide no actual values to the education. I'm glad they are shut down, and it should have happened a long time ago. Every president in the United States for the last 50 years promised to shut down Department of Education, but none of them have done it because this is just the money. The reason why these Democrats don't want Department of Education to get shut down is because every budget that the Democrat vote and to give away your tax money, they get money back to their elections. Let's say if I vote to give to Department of Education $500 million, I'll get 25% of that money invested in my re-elections. When I get re-elections for next year, you get that money invested into your own elections, and also each individual Democrat Congress, they have more than 100 different NGOs indirectly attached to their name, not to their names because they want to make sure that nobody can find the NGOs actually they're getting any money directly from the NGOs. But NGOs that is created and existed to fund the re-election of each individual Democrat Congress. Also, the Democrat Congress create a bunch of friendly NGOs through their friends, through their companies, that would invest in each individual Congress Democrat, and especially the unions and the teacher unions. They received so much funding from your money. Remember, nobody is paying anyone's any money. It's your money. Your tax dollar goes to fund in hundreds of billions of dollars to these NGOs. NGO give it back to the Democrat Congress. The Democrat Congress and get rich of it. Imagine this Democrat Congress. They make $170,000, $200,000 a year. Yet their net worth, the money that they have in properties, in bank account, in various in companies that they own indirectly or directly, is over $500 million. Where are they getting this money from? By stealing from taxpayers' money. So Democrat is not going to is so far have not proven to be anything effective. If anything, they are violent, extremely violent people. That's all they want, and they work off of the grievances are in Sabeta. They're looking for what makes you angry, what makes you very, very angry, extremely angry. So what they can't find anything recent, so they go back to 1950s. Look what happened to us, 1950s, 5,000 years ago. Oh, everybody is went through suffering 5,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 300 years ago. The world have moved on. That's all they remind you of what happens thousands of years ago, to try to ignite your anger, to go out and destroy properties. A lot of these people that goes outside and wipe their asses on the cars, it's a mental ill people. Democrat thrives. Their success is come from the mentally ill people in the Democrat Party, the voters. They release these viruses into the public. What I mean is the Democrat voters that are mentally ill, they're like a virus. So they send them out and destroy properties, burn thousands of cars, kill thousands of people, create a chaos, and the Democrat Congress sits out here laughing at your destruction. They don't care what happened to you. And then at the end of the day, they benefit from that by trying to bring all the other people into submissions. And your city still will remain the same. As you can see, the last 100 years, all the Democrat-run cities have enjoyed nothing but crimes, high cost of living, horrible road. All the jobs, all the company moved out of their city because of these extremely high taxes, crimes, looting of their businesses, and just overall quality of life in the Democratic state is terrible. So they moved out. A lot of American companies actually move out of America completely. They just import their product. They bring their product that is made in other countries. They bring them to sell in America. But a lot of American companies physically have moved out. What happened if the company moved out? Let's happen if Walmart did move out. They're manufacturing, a lot of it is in another country. What happened? They taken all those jobs with them. Hundreds of thousands of jobs. They take it with them. Take it to foreign countries where the money that they pay one employees in the United States, in a foreign country they can get 10 employees with the same amount of money. There's really no incentive for them to stay in the United States. In addition to all the stealing that's going on in Walmart and all these big stores, they're losing money to theft, to looting, and to taxes from all these states, blue state, Democrat-run state, tax them to debt. On top of that, they have to deal with the foreign companies bringing their product into the United States without paying any taxes, while American companies bring in American product into other countries. They have to pay 500% taxes, what they call tariff taxes, to other countries, while the other foreign company get their product in the United States without paying any taxes. They can't compete with that because foreign companies make their product overseas with very low wages, and then they bring it and sell it without paying any taxes, while American company have to pay when they ship the product to other countries. The other country charge them 500% of the product value. I'm saying this to repeat this because a lot of people don't understand what tariff is. Tariff is basically taxes on the product. If you get the product in the United States and bring them to other countries, the other country charge you 500% of the product value. Somehow Democrat think this is terrible. No, Democrat thinks this, the company, American company getting charged is okay. They should get charged. They should be driven into bankruptcy. But when a foreign company comes in, Democrat thinks foreign companies should not have to pay any taxes in the United States. They should get their product into the United States, pay no taxes, while American company have to pay taxes in a foreign country. Why this makes sense in a Democrat minds? The only reason why this makes sense is because they want to destroy America. They want you to rely on a foreign company, foreign product, foreign companies, on everything. America, it will come to the point where America will never be able to even defend itself because everything is made in foreign countries by foreign companies. Imagine if everything you need, the lights, whatever you need for defense, for the weapon, to make weapons, to make airplanes, to make fighter jets, to make tanks, everything is made in foreign countries by foreign companies. Food is made in foreign countries by foreign companies, and your company in the United States is taxed. They pay so much taxes. They're not able to survive. They're not able to compete because the product from foreign country come into the United States very cheaply. Imagine you buy potatoes grown in the United States. If they cannot make any money by growing those potatoes, they're gonna stop growing it. Because what's the point of growing potato in the United States and you pay so much money to do that, and you pay the employees, you pay the whatever it takes to make the land susceptible to growing potatoes, and then you bring it to the market, you pay high taxes, and then when you sell it, you lose everything. You're not making money. And a foreign company bring it in, and they don't pay any taxes, zero taxes. They make money. You pay 500% taxes. You make no money. This is the Democrat. Democrat is not here because they want to make America amazing. They want to destroy your life and your livelihood. And I hope this registered to you. Stay tuned.